Hello and welcome back to Snowrunner Hard Mode. In the last episode we didn't quite manage to get to rank 8, so it's back to scouting again. Scouting means going back to Island Lake and to our Chevy. If you like what you see, consider giving the video a like and subscribe for future notifications, and maybe join me on Twitch for my live streams. So this is why I'm actually doing a quote-unquote first-time live commentary. Not scripted. I may make mistakes. I may get the language wrong because I'm not a native speaker, but hey, let's give it a try. And we are already on our way to find the 5-liter upgrade for the Chevy and the Scout. I won't use it. I will sell it because fuel consumption doesn't justify, or the engine power doesn't justify the fuel consumption. That's the better way around. For the purpose I'm using the Chevy for, the current engine, the stock engine, is good enough, and I need the money for upgrades. Simple as that. Yeah, and I'm taking the fuel carrier with me because I will use it instead of another one. I will explain it later in the video. It's slow. So this footage is actually 3 times as fast instead of the twice as fast time-lapse. So it took a while, but it took less time, I think, compared to getting the other Scout fuel trailer from a different location. Yeah, and speaking of live streams, yes, I was active on Twitch over my Christmas and New Year vacation. I streamed a little bit because I got the recommendation to start a New Game Plus, and it was fun, let me tell you that. In time I will publish the footage on YouTube as well. The first second part is live on YouTube already. Why did you start with part 2? It's in the description, but for some reason I didn't read the settings correctly and forgot to set a check mark to record desktop audio, and without desktop audio you would only hear my voice, and this is why I discarded the original footage from the first live stream. So turning right here is A shortcut, and B, you can see it in the distance. There is a semi-fuel carrier we can use to refuel, and I'm going to leave my Scout fuel carrier here in this location because we will come back to it later. Oh, and yes, I got a few comments regarding map usage and showing where I'm coming from, where I'm going, so I'm trying to accommodate for that. Today we are exploring the southern part of this map. We kind of explored the northern part already when we were going to the No Country for Old Trucks task. So today it's the southern part, and we will find a very important upgrade for the White Western Star as well. if you think I'm rushing things a little, you are partially right. It's evening, the sun is setting, and I'm chasing daylight, so to speak, to get to the upgrade while I still have some daylight left. So it's going to the lumber mill, turning right directly after the entrance, and then spot the gap in the trees. And yes, there are the rocks. I'm going past them, and then turn right, and this will lead you onto the path where we need to go. It's coming from the lumber mill, it's very hard to spot. And it wouldn't be the first time that I missed it. So, there we are, and next to the differential lock upgrade for the White Western Star, we can enjoy a beautiful view across the countryside, and I used that spot for a screenshot. I cut it out while I did, but I forgot to take screenshots on a test run, so I will need to do it in the live run. This is the only thing you will notice, and I hope that I will use it later on. I did not do the thumbnail for the YouTube video at the moment. So back to the map again. I actually set a waypoint. Again, coming back to suggestions, comments, feedback from your side to use the map a little more. Unfortunately, the waypoint is a little bit too far to the right. You have to get to, I think, around 20 meters in distance, then the waypoint would disappear. I was 23 meters away from that, so I had to delete it manually. But hey, we are on our way to the task. A little help for my friends. English, proper English, hopefully. And it's on our scouting run, it's on our path. Why not? It's perfect. So, at the bottom of the path, I decide to turn right instead of left, because it's very... it's... how to put it in English? I'm at a loss for words right now, and this is why I normally don't do live commentary. This is why I kind of script it, I write down what I want to say, and so on and so forth. But a signal in the mountains is another task we can actually do. It's you will see it in a bit, but it's exactly on our path. There is no right or left, it's on the path. So why not backtrack a little and activate that task? And then it's just driving on the quote-unquote main road of Island Lake. I call it the southern main road. And when you reach the crossroads, there's a little side road, so to speak, to the left, and there we can find another scout field trailer. So pretty much straightforward. Pick it up, take it with me, and off we toddle. So I leave the trailer at the crossroads because I will return in a couple of minutes, at least in the video. In real time it was a bit more, and pick up the little help for my friend's task again. And if you are wondering, because I've kind of rough voice, low voice, I think I'm coming down with the cold. I hope not, but yes, it's a little bit sore, my throat. So, and again, map usage. I'm at best mediocre on a controller. So I explained it in the live stream. I grew up in the age where keyboard and mouse came up. So, and every time I play Snowrunner, I need to get used to, again, using a controller. And yes, it's a little practice, and the distance, like 160 meters a couple of seconds ago, helps a bit to judge how far you need to go and how long it might take. And with the night setting, it can really help your orientation. Because I had to check the map a moment ago because I didn't know where the road, path, whatever, was actually going. Which brings me back, especially the turn to the right there, where when you were going too fast or taking a wide turn, you would run the risk of flipping your scout. So always take your time. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Yes, I know I'm preaching that and not doing it myself sometimes, but I'm trying to stick to that. And the entry to that pass, that is why I set the marker, is difficult to spot. And this is why I was very keen on setting the marker in the correct spot. And you notice again, in the night with low visibility, although I have the fog lights installed, now you know why I have the fog lights installed. It is sometimes tricky to navigate. So take your time, you are not in a rush to get to the final spot over there and then find a safe spot to turn around. What happened in the background is that the Signal in the Mountains tasks activated automatically. So this is why I'm showing it right now. At the bottom you could see stop tracking. So, and then again, thank you for your feedback and some practice in controller usage. I'm setting a couple of waypoints just to navigate safely. The last waypoint is just an indicator to turn left or turn right. On the map, that's the main road. In-game reality, it's, yes, you could consider it a main road. It's definitely better than that path. And although you might be tempted to, I know that path, I came this way, go slow. Take your time. This is literally the worst spot to flip your truck, to have an accident, whatever. To get the Scout 800 here would A, take a lot of time, B, okay, we have fuel infrastructure, that's not that much of an issue, but the Scout 800, and I noticed that when rescuing the P16, is a lot more top heavy and really tends to flip over. So take your time, be on the safe side. It's rough terrain, it's bumpy terrain. you don't want to be here with the Scout 800. That's it. So this was the Signal in the Mountains task, and we can instantly activate the Broken Antenna task, which only becomes available when you accomplished or finished the Signal in the Mountains task. Otherwise you don't get that. So there's a clear dependency. So, and this is just a short preview of where we are going. Across the hill, down to the watchtower, and then onto the main road again, heading back to the Scout fuel trailer. And yes, I'm always switching my engine off when looking at the map. Again, it's only small amounts in idle, 0.7 liters per minute for the stock engine. It's a little amount, to be honest. But then again, if you are using the map regularly, these minutes will add up. And it's just following the path, always straight ahead, and then you cannot miss the watchtower. What is easier to miss is the shortcut, the exit. It's between those rocks. And yes, it's a bit tricky to get through, and yes, I quote unquote kind of get stuck, but it's just a little back and forth and I'm out. Going through that gap with a larger Scout can be difficult as well. You can get stuck on the rocks. And yes, a little engine damage from a tree. But only 3 damage points. That's okay. I can handle that. So at the crossroads I turn left, which was very swift due to the time lapse. And we can unlock a task or activate a task and find an upgrade. And it's a very specific upgrade. You don't have to get it unless you are an upgrade collector, which I am, or you are a truck collector, which I am as well. Otherwise you can ignore this upgrade because it's for the fort and it's exclusively for the fort. So, what's tricky is that the upgrade is located in deep sand, so low gear and diff lock as always in difficult terrain, and this is in real time, so this you notice how slow going that is. And again, I'm not stopping. You might have noticed that as well. I'm not stopping going through there. You have enough time to push all the relevant buttons, and then I'm just going back the way I came. Not exactly the way I came, but almost the way I came. And if for some reason you manage not to activate the task, you get a second chance because we will take the same route back we came. So, and as to the Scout fuel trailer, we were dragging with us at the beginning, we will need a refuel location in Smithville Dam, and you can take either this fuel trailer, but I opted to leave it here as a refuel location, as a general refuel location for everything I do on this map, and take the other one instead, so I don't have to drag or tow the fuel trailer all the way on this street. So it was a decision, either the one or the other, and I chose the first one. I actually don't know if I mentioned it. If you made it this far, thank you. This will be at least a 2-part video. The original footage is more than 3 hours. And I don't want to bother you with a quote unquote endless video, so I will split it up. And this is part 1 of this mega scout run, because I am actually scouting everything I need at the moment. Let's put it that way. So this has or is in relation to that I skipped a scouting run before the Pipe Dream mission. So, and I just decided to put it all together in one video and do it in one session. So just be advised that there will be a new scouting video or another scouting video next week as well. If I can manage and if my work schedule permits, at the moment it's not looking that good, but there might be a stream on the weekend, but I don't know yet. So, topping up at the semi-fuel carrier, and because, as I said, we need a refuel location in Smithville Dam, so picking up the fuel carrier here, the nerd way. There are other ways, there are quicker ways. In that situation, this was my way, and now this happens. Yes, Snowrunner physics, and flip my truck over. Rescue operation needed next to the very weird physics and sounds. Rescue operation not needed. I need a couple of seconds to figure out how to best approach this, but the semi-fuel carrier is pretty heavy and I can pull myself out, and then it's just straightening up the Chevy again, and luckily no damage, but I claim this was not my mistake. This was Snowrunner physics. So I'm using this spot to show you that we didn't discover everything. There is still one watchtower to the south of us, but I'm not doing it today because there will be missions and tasks which will bring me to this location, and I will very likely have different vehicles at that point. Or at least different tires on the Chevy as well, because this is a very swampy area. So back in Smithville Dam, it's pretty straightforward. go to the corner where we left the service trailer the other day and leave the Scout Fuel trailer, top up, and then we will move on. And where we will go? We will go up that road to the watchtower and then further along find an upgrade and unlock another watchtower. Then go back to the garage or head back to the garage, but we will need to refuel. And as I removed the fuel carrier in the last episode, we will have to do that at the gas station. So that's the plan for now. So, and again, although I'm always preaching slow is smooth and smooth is fast, I'm trying to rush things a bit. I'm trying to go as fast as possible because in my head at that point I was like, I have that to do, this is coming, I need to go there, and so on and so forth. And I was trying to save a few seconds here, a few seconds there. Not sticking to my own advice here. To unlock the first watchtower, just turn right after unlocking the Michigan Trail task. I could have done this task as well, but then again I was trying to catch up a little, so it's only unlocking the watchtower right now. And with the watchtower unlocked, I can actually set a couple of waypoints to go back, because I got lost one time and I don't want to get lost again. So this is the upgrade location we discovered. This is the differential lock upgrade for the GMC 9500. So an important upgrade to make the GMC a better truck. And when we get to the all-wheel drive upgrade for the GMC is at least comparable to the Fleetstar. Again, the GMC will not be the best truck, and I explained that extensively in my live stream, because I think the tutorial puts the GMC in a bad light from my point of view. So the GMC is better than its reputation. Let's put it that way and end it at that, because that's not the topic of today's video. Today's video is all about me driving around from the outside aimlessly, but with a very clear plan what to do next. So, and 230 meters to the next location. So this is the turn off to the river and to the fixer upper task. You remember the White Western Star location where we picked it up. So, and this is when I was rushing things, and this is what happens when you rush things. The first I climb was on Snowrunner physics. This is on me. Although reviewing that for the second or third time, I still don't see the dip, which made me flip in that location, but it's still on me. Take your time to avoid accidents, because the speed I was going, I am actually very lucky not to have incurred any damage. So yes, picking up the upgrade for the GMC, and then it's back down to the road again. And a little bit further down is a turn off again where I turn left. That's why I set the marker. And then a little later we have the watchtower on the left side. And as a rough reference, you can already see it in the distance. There is a birch tree on the right side, which is standing freely, standing alone. And it's just at that point that I check the map again, that I'm in the correct spot. But this location is not the right location to turn left, because you can get stuck, because the Chevy is a light vehicle. It doesn't have the weight to force its way through, and yes, it cost me some time. Maybe you damaged the truck and so on and so forth. But yeah, well, I was successful getting there, getting through there. So yeah, success proves me right, I guess. So heading down, this is the, in my opinion, better way without any obstacles. And then you see the birch tree disappearing to the right. This would have been the spot then to turn left and to go to the watchtower. Now it's down to the river. Literally very straightforward. This is an area with deep sand, so low gear, div lock, slow going, you know the drill. This is just a short bit, so it gets easier, and then we will make faster progress. And this location you already know, to be honest, or you should recognize at least a bit of it, because we are now going the same route, just the opposite direction when we were discovering the Scout fuel trailer when we first came here. This was the location we turned left last time, and now I'm not looking right to show you that. Unfortunately, I didn't think of that while playing in that session, but I explained a lot when coming down here. Going up that hill, it's just the saying of my driving instructor, actually, who taught me the same way you are going up the hill, or the same speed you are going up the hill is the same speed you are going down the hill. So this is why I'm going slowly downhill, and because it's not that fast uphill as well. And the first part was actually pretty easy, very straightforward, didn't need any help. This is a bit trickier because it's bumpy, there are rocks and pebbles lying around, making you lose traction. So, and this is why I'm actually aiming for the right path there, and yes, I need a second attempt, and then going through there and hopefully making it up the hill, but not quite. Yeah, quick winch selected the wrong tree. This is why I'm selecting this tree manually to, yeah, just nudge me in the right direction. So, and use the winch. If you need it, use it. Don't make it harder than it is. So, and I mentioned it earlier, a couple of minutes ago, we need to refuel, so this is just a quick detour to get some fuel. So, having a look at the timer, I think I will keep it at that. As I said, this will be a two-part video. So this is us, or this is me heading back to the garage to make a quick break, which I did in real life. So just grabbing something to drink, and then we will check for upgrades. So, but that's it for now. This is part 1 of my Mega Scouting run. If you liked it, if you liked the live commentary, not scripted commentary, please leave a like, subscribe, you know the drill, leave a comment what I can do better. Maybe I should return to scripted commentary, I don't know. But until then, see you next time.